Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Ailey and today's video is another in the series of the Vault collection. Basically today is just another demo review video and today it is on Bling Boss. So Bling Boss is the purple palette if you haven't seen it before. It is really pretty. Purples aren't really my thing, to be honest. I've just said that and I've realised that I have purple hair. Purples, I have a love-hate relationship with them. I love having purple hair, but with makeup, I don't know. I do absolutely love this shade, and I love the shade that's similar to it in the Jaclyn Hill palette as well, the original one, but I don't know, purple hues, I tend to go more for warmer tones, or if it's going to be cool tones, I'll go for more blues or greens or browns, kind of earthy style tones. So yeah, I'm not going to ramble on too much in this video. If you haven't seen my first video where I go a little bit more into how I'm going to do these videos, I'll link it up here for you. But yeah, I'm going to do a video for each of the palettes in the collection. So if you only have one palette and you want to see a little bit more about that palette, then you can watch just the video specific to that one. Or if you want to know about the whole collection, I have a video on each individual palette and I will have a full video of the whole collection at the end to give you my sort of final thoughts on it. Basically just so that I can use all of the shades in the palette and give you a better idea of how they wear, how they perform. So I'm going to stop rambling just now and we're going to crack straight onto the swatches because like I said, I should have covered everything else in my first video that I uploaded. So yeah, like my last video as well, I do have a demo section that'll come after the swatches. Okay, so same as last time, I'm starting top row and this is Bling Bling. Next one along is Hush Hush. Then we have Gem. It's a really pretty shade, is Gem. And then we have Pizzazz. These shimmery shades are so buttery and so nice to swatch. Next we have Mystic. It really doesn't swatch well at all. Sparks. It's a little bit better. Glitz and Glam. Beautiful shade. And Rockstar. Rockstar swatches really nicely. Typically it's the one that I haven't actually used yet. So the last two shades are Ballsy and Berry Treasure. They both swatch really nicely. I think Berry Treasure is a matte, it's just got shimmer in it. It's got a really nice sort of gold purple reflect, but that is all the shades for you. As you can see, there's a couple that are patchy, but I have used these on my eye and you'll see just in a second that they're not actually too bad at all. So I'm noticing the same with that palette, that it really doesn't swatch well at all. So I suppose with all of the things going around with the really terrible swatches, and if you're going into like a shop like Ulta, like a lot of people did actually post on Twitter, that if you swatch that, it may not make you immediately buy it, to be honest. I mean, if I swatched it, I might not immediately pick it up, but seeing how it works on the eyes totally changed my mind. So I really hope that this review is helpful for you. Like I said, I'll let you go on to the demo part now and you can make up your own mind after seeing it applied to the eyes, whether or not you would buy it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So on to the demo. So in this video I'm going to be using the Bling Boss palette, and for anybody who doesn't know, that is the purple palette and that is it there. So yeah, just going to do another look for you, and this one I'll probably do a little bit more fast paced. I'm not really going to talk through it too much, so just because obviously the last video I did was really quite long, so I want to keep this one a little bit shorter. So I'm going to pick up Hush Hush with my Morphe M502 brush. And I'm going to pick up the same shade on my R38 brush and just kind of deepen that up a little bit further down. I'm going to grab the shade Sparks on my Morphe M433. And right down low in the lash line, I'm going to pick up the shade Mystic. Going back into Sparks, I'm coating each side of the brush, and I'm just going to put that back in where we've lost some of it. And then above that, I'm going in with Hush Hush, just to sort of pull that back in as well. For my inner corner, I'm going to take Bling Bling. I'm going to pull this shade onto my lid a little bit. I'm just going to catch up with the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to just dust off this powder that I've got under here. Again, same as with the last palette, not really much fallout. The purples are a little bit more difficult to blend, I will say. I wanted to do this look mostly with the mattes because obviously we know from seeing the last palette, if you haven't seen my last video, I'll link it up here for you, but we know that the shimmers are working really well, so I wanted to kind of test out more of the mattes in this palette. So I'm going to do my lower lash line now, and I'm just going to take Sparks and run that along my lower lash line. And I'm going to take Mystic and put this right in at my lash line. Okay, so I'm going to stick on some mascara and some lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look, and obviously just to remind you, this was using the Bling Boss palette. So I guess I'll just sort of crack on and tell you what I thought of it. So straight off the bat, I'll say that it wasn't quite as blow you away as the Armed and Gorgeous palette was, but I am still really impressed with how it worked. It is a little bit trickier. I used kind of all mattes just to sort of get an idea of more like what the mattes were like. There's only one matte in the palette that I didn't use, and that's Rockstar here. So I did use kind of Mystic, Hush Hush, Sparks, and Bling Bling. So there's a few shadows left to use in there, but it is pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit more difficult to blend. It is not quite as tap your brush in and you get full pigment. You have to build it up a little bit, but I find that sometimes is a little bit easier. Sometimes I like to kind of rush in and get it done quickly, but it is easier to build it up than to end up with full pigment straight away. So this is slightly more similar to her original palette, I would say, but just a little bit more difficult to blend. But it is purples. They're very purple, reddy purples. These are really difficult shades to formulate, so I would expect them to be a little bit harder to work with. It's not as kind of make me jump out of my seat as the Armed and Gorgeous was, but it's not a bad palette. I definitely would say that. I am sort of feeling the purples here with my purple hair. I do really like how the look turned out anyway, and I mean there's 3 different shades of purple there on my eye, and they are fading really nicely into one another. Obviously you can't really see the magnitude of Sparks because I've blended it into that sort of Mystic shade quite a lot to make it more of a just reddy plummy shade, but yeah, no, I still really like this one. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you want to see the rest of the reviews on the Vault collection, don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up for me, and I will see you with the rest of the reviews on either Monday, Wednesday or Friday. I have no idea what day this is going up, so it'll be up on one of those days. If there are other videos already up, I will list them in the description box below, and I will leave a card up here throughout the video somewhere for you as well, and I'll leave a link to Jaclyn's original video also. But I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.